If you want to find out how to relocate to Mauritius in 2021, well then this video is for you. Stick around because that's coming up. When I was a kid, I always used to dream about living in warm tropical countries, especially Paradise Islands. And when my dream finally became a reality 4 years ago, I was absolutely elated at the prospect of living in a place so beautiful. And now for the first time ever, if you put your mind to it, it's really easy to move to this island. I did a video a while back about relocation to Mauritius, but since then there have been some very important updates that I must discuss with you, because then you have a better understanding of how exactly you can move to this island. Mauritius is a great place for many people to move to because it's relatively politically secure and economically stable. It also, of course, has amazing, beautiful areas, beaches, mountains, waterfalls. So many people really do want to move here, and interest has really spiked over the last couple of years. So, how do you get here in 2021? Well, let's discuss those major amendments that have just recently been made. The professional occupation permit has now been extended from 3 years to 10 years. The spouse of the OP holder or occupation permit holder can now work on the island as well. And this is great because this gives spouses freedom to work and invest here, and they can now also bring their parents onto the island too. Pharma and medical manufacturing is now taxed at 3% instead of 15%. Another great thing is there's no longer an age limit for dependents. So if you have kids here, they can now stay here for as long as they like. Foreign students are now granted a 10-year permit after graduation, and they can also work a 20-hour week. So these are the main big updates that have just been announced, and I think they are really great improvements. Mauritius is very popular with skilled workers, investors and foreign retirees. So how exactly can you move here? There are several ways. Let's discuss the visas. The premium visa is aimed at skilled professionals, tourists and retirees who want to come to Mauritius for a long stay. It enables people to stay for a period of 1 year and is renewable, so you can come and live and work here on the island as long as your job is focused abroad. If you plan on staying on the island for longer than 1 year, then you need to apply for an occupation permit, which is a combined work and residence permit. This falls into 3 main categories: investor, professional and self-employed. There's also retiree if you're over 50 years of age. Another change is the minimum investment required for obtaining an OP. It's dropped from $100,000 to just $50,000. All of the permits are now valid for 10 years. Foreign students who have completed their undergraduate in a Mauritian tertiary institution are now eligible to apply for the Young Professionals Occupation Permit, and this is also valid for 10 years. There is also a permanent residence permit valid for 20 years. If you hold any of the occupation permits already mentioned, so that's investor, professional, self-employed and retiree, you can apply for this. The next way you can relocate to Mauritius is via a property development scheme. This is known as a PDS, an IRS, an RES. So here you're buying a property over $375,000. Previously this was $500,000, and that gives you a permanent residence permit. There are a few different types of property that you can buy, namely the purchase of a villa or apartment or other unit under the current PDS scheme. There's also the Invest Hotel scheme, where investors can acquire a room, unit or a standalone villa in a hotel development project. The Smart City scheme requires the investor to make an investment of at least $375,000 for the purchase of a luxury property. These smart cities are sustainable cities that revolve around the work, live, play concept. These are all interesting and positive updates as Mauritius is opening its borders next month. All of this info related to visas and relocation and finding jobs and all sorts of things you can find on the EDB website. I'm going to leave the link in the description below. It's very important that you regularly check the site because things can change. So these are the main ways that you can come and live and work on the island. To summarize, you're either going to need a premium visa, then you can also come here on an occupation permit, and that is divided up into either an investor, self-employed, professional, or a retiree. And then the other way that you can come to the island is buying property. And of course, if you're a student, there's also the Young Professional Occupation Permit, which allows you to come and study here. So let me know in the comments down below what you think. Are these changes good news for Mauritius? I'd love to hear from you. Personally, I think there are a few things here which are very exciting for people wanting to live, work, or invest. If you enjoy this content, give me a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and also leave me a comment. Let me know how you feel about these changes. Do you agree with them? Do you think it's going to be easier now to move to Mauritius in 2021? I'd love to know. And that's it for this week. I will check you on the next one.